start?
I don't know what to say. Welcome back, you Lint Lickers. Today we got a big transfer update for you and a little bit of news from each of our teams.
Nice.
First up, big news out of the American camp. We've got Tyler Adams officially, here we go, to Leeds. Unfortunately for me, as a United fan, I don't love it, but I do like that he's actually
In the Prem.
and I get to see him week in and week out. So, I mean, that'll be cool. But, I mean, I'm slowly starting to come around to Leeds, I guess, because of the American influence that they have.
I'm loving it. I'll tell you
man,
what.
it's tough.
The Jesse Marsch, that's what got me started. I'll say that right now. Like, I always thought Leeds were cool, especially when I figured out how much they hated United. But when Jesse Marsch went there, I was like, yeah, supporting Leeds. Because it was like the first American coach that at least I knew somewhat of status.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so, yeah, I jumped on that train immediately. And then Brendan Aronson comes earlier in the window. They get after losing Kalvin Phillips, they replace him with Tyler Adams. I don't think he's gonna be as good as Kalvin Phillips. Obviously,
I think it'll be better.
Probably not, but 15 million, 20 million or something like that for Tyler Adams, not a bad deal. They also got a Man City Academy player, he's 18, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. They're also linked to a Colombian winger from Feyenoord who had a really good season. So Leeds are making some transfers. Tottenham have been making some moves though. That's that Conte power, the Conte pool, you could say. The Champions League, they have that now, so that's obviously a big boost in their transfer hopes to get like quality players.
For sure.
Already added Perisic, Basuma, now getting Richarlison for 55 million or something like that.
Pretty good move for him.
Is he gonna start? We don't know. Like,
Probably not,
where
but
do you put him in that system? How do you play it? Maybe you could. It's like because you have Kane dropping deep, so like Son and Richarlison up
But
there.
he can play that role too. Like he can play anywhere on the front three just about, and he can play in that striker role that can come deep. But if I were them, I honestly would have gone with. I can see why they went with Richarlison for the versatility up front, but I was thinking about Kalvin Phillips.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, not Kalvin Phillips. Calvert-Lewin as a replacement because he's very similar to Harry Kane in the way that they play.
Well, I can see that in the same way, but I don't think Kalvin Phillips can do what Harry Kane does, like dropping deep.
Well, no.
Like Richarlison would be more suited for that, but Tottenham doing some good business.
Over the weekend, we had a couple of deals announced. Also confirmed, Kessie and Christensen signed with Barcelona. 2 deals that got announced for them. And then coming back to England, Arsenal announced that they got the deal done for Gabriel Jesus in City.
Yeah, sad to see him go. I like Jesus a lot. I wish he would have stayed if comparing him to other players, but when you think about who we got coming in, it's not looking like he would have got a whole lot of game time. But I don't know. I feel like having him in the squad would have been better than not having him in the squad. Losing him to Arsenal to a rival team is a little upsetting, but at the same time, I understand what he wants to play in the Prem, and he wants to be a number 9. So that's what he's hoping he can do is be their number 9. And I watched his first interview with Arsenal, and he was saying exactly that. Like he's like my best. He even said his best position is a number 9. He wants to play the number 9. He wants to score goals. This and that.
That's what he wants to do.
So I get that, and he's probably not going to be able to do that at City with Alvarez and Erling Haaland in now. So
somebody else that may be looking to get out of City soon too, Raheem Sterling. Still some murmurings, nothing official yet.
Yeah, 45 mil roundabouts from Chelsea is what we're hearing, like around that price tag. But
cheaper than Rafinha.
At the same time, Raheem Sterling leaving, I'm not too upset about it. I think he's a great player. I'm actually a little bit more upset about Jesus leaving than if Sterling were to leave, to be honest. To be honest, I think Sterling was a great player. He is a great player, but at the same time, it's probably I wish he would have gone to overseas. Like, I don't want to play against him because he's a quality player. Like, him being on Chelsea, he will do well. Like, he'll start pretty much every game with who they have right now, at the moment at least.
But I think that Jesus makes a bigger impact at Arsenal than Sterling would at Chelsea.
I think that is true as well. You said Jesus would make a bigger impact.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Jesus, because I think Jesus will be able to play more positions. Like with Sterling under Tuchel, I feel like he'll be on the left, but he'll also be like more inside, which he can kind of do. But at the same time, I don't know how well he will cope with inside, because I don't think he's the best. I think he's the best way out wide on the wing, like running up and down, doing his thing. But we could see how he does in the Tuchel system. It's not guaranteed either, but he definitely wants to leave. Bernardo Silva wants to leave for some reason. That makes me very upset, and I don't understand why he wants to leave. I get it. Maybe he just doesn't like the stormy Manchester. You know what I mean?
Maybe he wants to go to the beaches of Barcelona.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all know where he wants to go. He does want to go to Who wouldn't want to go to Barcelona? It's Barcelona. But, you know what I mean? It is what it is. We're getting some good players in. I feel like with the squad we have now, Bernardo Silva won't leave this summer. He might leave next summer.
When Barcelona have enough money for him.
Yeah. But this summer he's not going to leave. I don't think he'll leave unless something crazy happens.
Yeah.
But I don't foresee it. Kalvin Phillips, though, confirmed $42 million in some add-ons whatsoever, something like that.
Rising to 50.
City, net spent FC, you know what I'm saying? Out here making money, selling players, and spending it in the right spots. You know, we say we're this oil club, but we spend more than most clubs, I will give you that. But like when you look at how much we spend each transfer window, like this compared last few windows compared to this window, how well we're doing with the ratio of ins and outs and costs is way better. And Kalvin Phillips in here now, people are saying he's going to be a backup. He probably will be. I don't think we really have backups, though. I don't think we truly have backups.
If you get to a Champions League final, Kalvin Phillips is not starting for Rodri.
That's where
it
comes into. Yeah, 100%. But imagine like having Kalvin Phillips in those games, like those Champions League games last year against like Atletico or against like Madrid when we're up and we need to like fucking put one in on somebody. You know what I mean? Having Kalvin Phillips in the team with Rodri would help so much. Like we had a 37-year-old Fernandinho, 36 or 37-year-old Fernandinho filling in
at center back
in different positions for us.
And right back.
And man is way too old to be doing that. He's good, but he's too old. And Kalvin Phillips he's just a younger Fernandinho. They say he's the Pirlo of Yorkshire, as they say, as I've heard. But excited about that. More depth. Cucurella may be on the way. I think we need a left back. I think that would be a good position to address. And if Sterling does leave, I don't really think we need a replacement for him because of how many forwards we have.
You already have Alvarez coming to replace him and Haaland to replace Jesus. So
like Alvarez can play on the wing too. Alvarez is a versatile player, but City making some moves.
Unlike City, United have not made any moves officially yet. We've gotten two here we goes so far. Eriksson and Malacia both confirmed here we goes, signed contracts pretty much. But other than that, we haven't had anything official from the club. So for the first time in over 10 years, we haven't signed anybody in the whole month of June or May, maybe a little bit early.
And that is upsetting some people.
It is upsetting quite a few people. We'll get to the main man who it really upsets, but let's talk about me for a second, why I'm important. To me, they're fucking up because you want to get these deals done quickly, and obviously Barcelona, the deal with De Jong is the most important thing. Mm-hmm. Just get it wrapped up. Get it over with. Obviously, you don't want to get the raw end of the deal, but so far we have to show that ambition, and we have to show that we want to be competitive, not just because certain players want us to be, but because as a club we need to be competitive and in the best position that we can be. With that being said, Ronaldo thinks that we need to reshuffle the deck and needs to retool, and I agree, but at the same time, if you're not here for the rebuild, you can go. Nobody over the club. I mean, that's club over person. So
he wants to go. It is, and I feel he's kind of right to want to go because I can see the frustration. Like, United are not really making his... But probably not showing him the signs. They're not showing you the signs. You're obviously upset about it. You know what I mean?
And I am.
He's in his golden years, man. He's only got so much more top flight football left. Maybe 1 or 2 more years. Like, every single game now for him, every single moment is just that much more important because of the age he is.
And I get that. So
you can see why he would want to go play. He still wants to be in the Champions League.
Okay, but he's known that we have been playing in the Europa League for well over a month and a half.
I know.
Why right now, right before the preseason tournament? There's a reason. It's because he wanted this to be as big of a story as it could. And I'm not like blaming him in defending the Glazers in any way, but
I feel
at the same time, they haven't shown that they really want to invest heavily in early to get this squad up and going, but our transfer strategy so far hasn't been that bad. I feel
like that's the reason why it was waited on so long. Maybe that's not the real reason, the main reason, but I feel like that is a reason why is because United are taking so long, and things need to be made. They don't need to have a whole new squad in the first month of the transfer window, but they have Malacia that just got done 2 days ago.
But at the same time, let's say obviously I wish we would get it done sooner, but let's say at the end of the window, start of the season, first game, we have new additions of Malacia, Eriksson, De Jong, Edson Alvarez, who we're negotiating with still right now, and Anthony, who we've been looking at. So those 5 players, if those 5 players were all brought in, that's a successful window. No matter if they were brought in June, July, or the very first week of August. If they're able to get in there and learn that system,
but the longer you're taking,
you need to get them in quick, obviously.
You have to...
I agree.
Shit don't take overnight.
I agree. But, this is the first window that Murtaugh has really had to himself to really lead everything in so far. Some of the deals that we've been hearing have been good deals. $15 million for Malacia, 3-year deal for Eriksson. De Jong, £55 million guaranteed, and then up to 25 or so add-ons. Like, that's a good deal. That's a really good deal for De Jong compared to some of the other players that are going around this summer. So it'll take time, but hopefully we can figure it out by the beginning of August.
And De Jong asking for too much money, we're hearing?
No,
for United's pleasing?
No, who gives a shit? He'll pay for whatever. I mean,
they'll pay for
whatever. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. He doesn't really concern me because he's the main cornerstone piece of this team. So
I'm talking about
so be it.
De Jong.
Yeah, I know.
He's not even on the team yet. How can he be the main?
He will be. I mean, he'll be who the game pretty much goes through from start to finish.
Yeah,
just about. I mean, him and Bruno, because of the news of Ronaldo, it will be a midfield run game as long as we can get Edson Alvarez and De Jong.
Yeah, Pogba out, back to Juve. Pulisic might go to Juve.
I would like to see it.
I would like to see that too. American
Dream.
As long
as he starts, him and McKinney.
Yeah.
The American touch in Italy.
I'd be cool with that, for real. Him, Vlahovic, Chiesa.
Great front three.
Di Maria coming in too, whenever.
Fuck that snake.
Di Maria's good. I like Di Maria. Yeah, I think he would really do well in that. In there. Maybe, I don't know, that's just me hoping he would do well. I feel like he would in this Serie A. I feel like he'd do well.
That's all we got for you guys today. Yeah, probably should get out of here before I smack Tanner right in the mouth. Here's your meme.
Fuck you.